So, hello students, hello everyone. Here I am with my second video and I will continue from there where I have stopped in last video. Okay. See, in last video I was telling you that we write a program using any high level language like C, C++ and Java. And by the help of these language processors, translators like compiler and interpreter, we convert that programming language, the program which we have written consider in any language, C, C++, Java, and then by the help of compiler and interpreter, we convert that into machine language, into low-level language, and machine understands that, and your instructions which you have written in the program will be followed. Means your program will run. तुम्हारा program run कर जाएगा computer में. Okay, so this I have discussed in last video. If you remember, I told that some programming languages use compiler, some programming languages use interpreter, but Java is a programming language that uses both interpreter and compiler. Both are used by Java programming language. So how it is that I'm going to discuss. How the Java uses both interpreter and compiler. Okay, so compiler, how it converts? It converts whole program at once. Means पूरे program को एक ही बार में high level से low level में convert कर देता है. It means what? Your program, if your program should be correct from line number 1 to last. It should be grammatically correct. It should be 100% grammatically correct. Only then compiler will convert. If single comma is missing in the program, single छोटा सा भी grammatical mistake होगा, so compiler is not going to convert from high level to low level. Means your program from line number 1 to line number last should be 100% grammatically correct. Only then कंपाइलर पूरे प्रोग्राम को एक ही बार में कन्वर्ट करेगा. एक भी कॉमा का मिस्टेक होगा, योर प्रोग्राम विल नॉट बी कन्वर्टेड. ओके, बट इन केस ऑफ इंटरप्रेटर, हाउ इट वर्क्स? इंटरप्रेटर कन्वर्ट्स लाइन बाय लाइन. कंसीडर few lines of your program, the beginning lines of your program are correct, then that will be converted and will be executed. But consider first 10 lines are correct. So interpreter will convert that conversion will be done by the interpreter. And consider in the line number 11 there is an error, there is a mistake, so you'll get the error message there. So interpreter converts line by line. Okay, and compiler converts whole program at once. पूरे program को एक ही बार में convert करता है compiler और interpreter line by line. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how Java uses both interpreter and compiler. Here you can see this figure. This figure will explain. Okay, just I'm going to explain these figures. Listen carefully. See, the program which we write in Java or in any programming language, the program which we write, that program is called source code. Please remember this word. That is called source code. Okay. So after typing program in Java, what we do, actually that process of executing the program and installing the software, everything I will tell you in coming videos. Here, after writing the program in Java, what we do, we use Java C. What we do, we use Java C to compile the program. Okay, this is Java C, and by the help of this we compile our program. This is Java compiler. What is this? This is Java compiler. Okay, so first we write the program that is called source code, and by the help of Java C, what is Java C here? It is Java compiler. By the help of Java compiler, this source code is converted into bytecode. the source code is converted into bytecode. What is bytecode? That also I will discuss further. Please don't worry. Everything will be clear. That's time come. Okay, everything will be clear. So don't worry. Just listen what I'm telling you. By the help of Java compiler, this source code is converted into bytecode. See, this is bytecode. Okay, and what is bytecode? I will discuss. Sure, I will discuss. Then by the help of Java, actually this is what, by the help of Java, this is interpreter, which we use to convert bytecode into machine code. Okay, by the help of Java, actually what is this Java? Here this Java is what? Java interpreter. Okay, so it is used to convert this bytecode into machine code. Okay, means finally your code, source code, the program which you have written, finally it will be converted to machine code, and machine will understand your instructions, whatever you have written in the program, whatever you have written in the program, and your program will be executed. तुम्हारा program run कर जाएगा. Okay, so you can see here Java is using both compiler as well as interpreter. This I want to tell you. Again, I'm repeating. The program which we type is called source code. By the help of Java C. What is Java C? It is compiler. It converts source code into bytecode. Simple. And after converting into bytecode, what we do? We, by the help of Java, by the help of this is a command. This is actually Java interpreter. By the help of Java, we convert this bytecode into machine code. So finally, machine will understand your instructions, and your program will execute. Your program will run. Okay. So by this way, Java uses both. Okay. So now I'm going to discuss one very important feature of Java. That is what? Java is a platform independent language. Platform independent means what? Here the meaning of platform is operating system. Okay, here the meaning of platform is what? Operating system. Okay, so why Java is called platform independent language, that I'm going to tell you. See, other than Java, consider I'm taking the example of C programming language. Other than Java, any programming language. Consider we are developing a program, or we are developing a software or any program using C language, and the platform which we are using to develop that program is Windows operating system we are using. Okay, so that program which we have developed on Windows operating system will execute only on Windows operating system. That program will not execute on any other platform, other operating system like Linux, Unix. So that application, that program will not execute on any other platform. It will execute only on Windows operating system, because this is platform dependent. C programming language is what? Platform dependent. Okay, but this is not with the Java. If you have developed the program using Java, so and you are using the Windows operating system as a platform, if you are using Windows operating system, and then if you try to execute that program on another platform like Linux, Unix, or any other platform, that program will execute on any platform. Okay, means by using Java programming language, develop the program on any platform, that can be executed on any other platform also. Means if you have developed a program on Windows, you can execute that program on any other platform like Linux, Unix, दूसरे operating system पे भी उस program को run करा सकते हैं, because Java is what? Platform independent. Okay. So how Java is platform independent, that I'm going to tell you. I think the meaning of platform independent is clear. Independent means we will develop the program. We can develop a program using Java, using any platform, and that can be executed on any platform. किसी भी मतलब विंडोज पे डेवलप किए तो उसको हम लिनक्स पे भी रन करा सकते हैं, यूनिक्स पे भी रन करा सकते हैं. हाउ इट इज, दैट आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू. ठीक है, सी दिस फिगर. Just here I'm going to tell you about the bytecode. What is bytecode actually? Because of bytecode, Java is platform independent language. Because of bytecode only. So let me tell you about the bytecode. A bytecode is a universal code. Universal means what? It is universal to every platform. It is universal to every platform. मतलब हर किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म के लिए कॉमन लैंग्वेज है, यूनिवर्सल लैंग्वेज. It can be executed on any platform. ठीक है. But what is the condition? This Java interpreter must be there. On that platform, the presence of Java interpreter is must. If Java interpreter is there, so you have developed the program on Windows operating system. Okay, and find this bytecode, and this bytecode you can take on any platform, and by the help of Java interpreter, convert that bytecode into machine code on machine on which you are executing the program. जिस मशीन पे तुम उस प्रोग्राम को रन करा रहे हो, वो किसी कोई भी प्लेटफॉर्म हो, उस मशीन के अकॉर्डिंग कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा और तुम्हारा प्रोग्राम रन कर जाएगा. अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, सोर्स कोड को बाइट कोड में कन्वर्ट किया, एंड दिस बाइट कोड इज यूनिवर्सल फॉर ऑल द प्लेटफॉर्म. दिस इज यूनिवर्सल लैंग्वेज. It can be executed on any platform. So take on any other platform, and what should be there? Java interpreter must be there. By the help of Java interpreter, we can convert this bytecode into the machine language on which you are running that program. जिस मशीन पे रन करा रहे हो, जावा इंटरप्रेटर्स बाइट कोड को उस मशीन के अकॉर्डिंग कन्वर्ट कर देगा. सो किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे जावा प्रोग्राम रन कर सकता है. So I hope it is clear how Java is a platform independent language because of bytecode. Bytecode is universal language. It can be executed on any platform. So but there should be the presence of Java interpreter is must. By the help of Java interpreter, this bytecode can be converted into machine code on any platform. जिस मशीन पे रन कराएंगे, जिस प्लेटफॉर्म पे रन कराएंगे, उस प्लेटफॉर्म के अकॉर्डिंग कन्वर्ट कर देगा और प्रोग्राम रन कर जाएगा. So by this way, by the help of bytecode, Java provides the concept of platform independency. Okay. So students, I hope it's clear to all why Java is called platform independent language. It was the topic for this video. In next video, I will discuss about bytecode, JVM, Java Virtual Machine, that is Java interpreter. I will discuss about these. Okay, so for this video, this much only. Thank you. Watch this video properly and please respond how it is. Okay, and what can I do to make it better? Please respond for that. Thank you everyone.